Hi, it's Maggie Davis at Minnie the Minx UK on YouTube and The Captain. I just wanted to share with you this junk journal that I've made for my eldest daughter Kim, who will be turning 21 soon. I always like to make something handmade or personal, etc., so that they know that I've sort of put some thought into it, as well as buying lots of gifts from the shops, etc. Anyway, so I've kind of tailored it to her specific things that I know that she would like. So, and I've just used some elastic twine as a closure, wrapped it round 3 times, etc. So I'll just show you. I hope you can see that I've put 3 little charms onto it. One's a heart with a little diamante, key to the door for being 21, and handmade with love, a little love heart on there. And basically it's just tied. The elasticated thing is just tied at the back, so you slip it on and off and the little charms will be there all the time. They move about, but you just bring them back to the front. There's 2 signatures inside this. I've tried to stack it as much as I could, but also left room for her to do what she wants, if she wants to add some of her own memorabilia, etc. Maybe offer special day. I've used these colourful bright papers from my pack, and I've used my sewing machine to stitch round the edges on it, and there's some charms at the bottom here. I'll show you the charms as we're going through in the middle of the signatures, but I'll quickly just a couple of hearts and a pink butterfly there. Got another a little face, a little silver charm there with a little girl face on it, and on another signature here I've used beads to put the name Kim on it, which I thought would be nice. So I mean, she could take it to university with her, or keep it in her handbag, put it in her side drawer, and bring it out whenever she wants to add her thoughts, etc., or a happy memory of somewhere she's been. So I'll get on with showing you it. So as I said, it's a slip-off closure, very simple and easy to put back on if you wrap it round like that, or just put it over once and then wrap and wrap and wrap sort of thing. So as you can see, it's quite chunky, yes. 2 signatures full of various different papers, etc., and die cuts and little notes, etc. have been added in, and some stamping. So I'm just going to quickly show you it, and we'll get on with it. So in the inside here I've put, with the paper I've actually stitched, folded down, scored it, and then in this bit I've made a little pocket at the bottom, and I've added in, my daughter was, or still is, a big fan of Lady Gaga, so I've added in this telephone with a paper clip added on to here, and then I've just made a little postcard here for her to add journaling, etc. I just thought that she would like that. And also what I've done is I've put in a weekly planner here, so she can add what she's doing for that week, whether she's working, she's at university as I said, or whether she's going out with her boyfriend, etc., and various things that she needs to do. So I thought that would be nice. Now I've also made little words from a stencil and gel pens that I've just stenciled onto bits of paper. I've not added these at the minute because some of the words are sort of done for my own daughter. So I'm going to cut them out at a later date, and I'm going to place them in amongst this junk journal. Hence, I just thought I would show you the journal without that done, in case anybody wanted ideas to do their own. So we've got 2 cats. My daughter doesn't live at home anymore, but she still comes and visits lots, and or I send her pictures of her cat. So obviously I love my cat. That is something personal to her. I've put a little shoe on here, a little sandal type shoe. Little pocket here with a little tag with some pink organza on it. And this junk journal size is roughly about 11.5 centimetres by 16, or 4.5 by 6.5, roughly about that, in inches. So on this page what I've done is make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. I've just stamped it down the sides there, and there's spaces here. Money, well, every girl loves money, don't they? Or needs money, should I say, to survive, especially if you live away from home when you're at university. Up here I've got celebrate and some stitching done on it, and I've put an envelope in here and just licked down the back and cut off the edges on either side, and inside I've put a little birthdays are like flowers. The passing time brings forth the most beautiful blooms. So very true. And I thought that would be appropriate for her birthday as well. So on this one I've stamped, there's a little owl stamped at the bottom, and I've made these paper clips here. The paper clips, I've added a little dangle. It's just a little bead and of a little bit of metal, and I've basically just twisted it round. It does move a bit, and you can slip on tags, etc. So I've got a cute little girl here, and as I said, my daughter could put a picture on the back, some journaling on the back, add memorabilia. We've got Make a Wish stamped up here, and some sewing from some stitching from the machine, from my sewing machine. So various little pocket here, but I've stamped me out at the back, and she could add, I'll just grab this now, she could add in a little tag like that, or some memorabilia for herself. So various pages on here. I've got an embossed butterfly here that I thought might be quite cute, that I've just glued on, and cute little owl. No, I've got a little stamping set with owls, and I've got ones to do with cats. On this side, a cute little hippo ballerina with a little mouse, and I've stitched on some pink organza ribbon. Pink is one of my daughter's favourite colours, it always has been for a while. And so I made sure that there would be pink inside this. Got these winky smiley faces stamped down the side here, another little cute owl. I've stitched on some ribbon and another little paper clip with just tied on a little bit of a bow there, and added a cute little handbag tag for journaling, etc. Stitched, I've done a zigzag stitch across the middle, and that the thread's caught in there, but that's okay. Little owl, and I've just left this in. I thought it was rather cute and it matched the paper on the front, so I thought tuck spot, journaling, well, for journaling or photos. And I've added in this little pink cute bunny bag, and I've put in a few little things at the side of it. So just a handmade tag here, lined, and a cute little handmade envelope. I've stamped a little birthday on it. I've stitched the back of the envelope just to add interest. There's nothing inside it, but she could actually write a little note. And I've got cute little princesses. This reminds me of both my daughters when they were younger, because they dressed up, and all the characters from whatever video or DVD was out at the time, like Cinderella and Snow White and Ariel from my Little Mermaid and things like that. Oh, they loved them all. But I just thought it would be quite nice. So I've some more papers here, some little birds. This is like a vellum paper there. Some cute little owls being stamped down the side. And on this one we've got, I've just glued it at the top, and it's a put off list, and I've just folded it in half so it also flips up, and it means that she can use the lined paper underneath or on the back of this for photos, journaling. Just try to create a bit more space on it for doing our own things, for adding our own things. Got some of this paper here. I'm sure I got it out the Chinese shop actually, this paper. There's another sheet in here that's got gold, a sort of orangey, sort of gold colour as well on it. Little birdie, cute little birdie here, and some pattern paper, and I've stamped this thing on like a tag actually. Cute little birdies on that. Again, I love my cat. I should add an S to that. I love my cats. So I've made this little pocket, and then I've stitched round the edges, and then I've just glued it on. That's basically all I've done, and I've added in 2 little tags into there, big love heart on the front, some dotty paper here in bright colours. I've stamped a lipstick here, etc. And oh, it gets heavy after a while holding this. On this side I've stitched onto it, and I've stitched down that side sideways, beautiful things to buy. And basically all I've done is use some washi tape, panda washi tape down the side, and so that can pull out, and it gives you the space underneath to actually add other things. So we've got some polka dot tissue paper here, and that's the golden sort of Chinese paper that I was talking about earlier. It's actually really nice. So we've got a little stamp of Winnie the Pooh here on the paper, on that, which I think's cute. And I've added in a sheet from a book of dreams that I thought would be quite good as well. And I've added a little panda paper here. I've got a cute little girl, a cute little girl walking a dog. I just thought again, and I've attached that with washi tape so it flips out, and you could add something on the back. You could actually put a picture over the top of this journaling, over the dreams paper if you want, but it's dreams, thoughts, dreams through the ages is on the page. So I've added in some material here on there, and I've got Make a Wish going down this side, and I've got a little camera die cut here, and I've made a little tuck spot that you could add in whatever you want. So we've got a little heart down here, some tissue type paper here on there, more hearts there, and it's been stitched down the side. And I've got a little pocket, a little envelope here which I've created a pocket in, and it's just lined paper that's been stitched at the top, and I've folded it in 2 to make a little book. I just thought she would like that. So, and I've got a little Pooh Bear here, and it's just a little page thing made together, and that's the first middle of her insert, and on that's where I've added these first jams. So I've got the little girl just tied onto one with the cute little face, the little silver bead, and I've got the pink butterfly, wooden butterfly with 2 little hearts there, and that's the centre of the first signature on there. So we'll just Stars and Stripes, that is on there. On the other side of the pocket, I've got, it's a bit taken from a desk planner, and it says tomorrow, and she can make a list of all the things she plans to do, or add picture, etc. Now I've just sewn on this, I like this type of paper, so I've stitched on it, and it's a little tuck spot at the side here, like that. I might just leave that in it actually, so that she can see that's what it is. Good idea. So more tissue type papers with a little heart, and we've got a little postcard here that I've just glued on, and it flips up the way, and it creates more space underneath and underneath here for photos, journaling, etc. And on the back, I've just glued on this notes, and it flips up the way as well to create more space. So just giving ideas how you can add into your junk journal, how it can start off very small, and then when you start adding these things it becomes rather chunky. We've got some material paper here, and that's the other side of the dreams paper. A little Pooh Bear, some Chinese paper, tissue papers, pretty and pink paper, little stamp, etc. And then we have just a little handmade banner that I made here, and a little handmade envelope. I'm not going to bother taking it off, but it slips off. She can add something inside it and put something underneath it. Various other papers and stamps with little birdies, etc. We have a little bit of this vellum that I've stitched down the side, and little cute owls, more vellum. And on this one I've done a bra on there, pink. I've just glued it on. So the the other side of the little bunny bag, which I thought was cute, and I've just put a little tag in with some organza ribbon on it, which I thought was really nice. And I know she'll be able to put lots of things in this, keepsakes, etc., a lot of thoughts, whatnot. Lined paper. There's another little handmade card here, in a sort of cheetah print, and I've just added one of these paper clips. Again, I've just added a little bead, which with metal, and just basically wrapped it around. I think I mentioned I was going to do a tutorial on them, and I've not got round to it yet, but it's something for the future. Just more papers with stitching, cute little hippo again, and a little stamped owl. So paper, just various papers, and a little bit here for putting a tag in, a little pocket, sorry, couldn't think, with meow at the back, on there. Another little tuck spot there. I'm going to add in, I've got a little square here, I hope I don't find another one. Another one, a little tuck spot there, a side one. So basically all I've done is cut out a bit of paper, paper that I liked. That paper is actually glittery, I don't know if you can see it a little bit, and I've just glued down the side, across the bottom and across the top. Before I did that, I'd actually stitched it on my machine, glued it on, and it just creates a little place for putting a photo, a little bit memorabilia. So we've got another one of these polka dot envelopes here that's just been halved in two, and I've cut the sides off. I actually stitched the envelope, glued it down, stitched the envelope, then I cut off the sides on either side, so it creates two pockets in your junk journal. And I've just added in here a couple of, I think there's 2 or 3 in here, just little bits of just for you, and this is happy time on there. So just for you line paper on the back, and she could add some dots in there. And just creates, as I said, more space, etc. And I've just sewn on some gingham ribbon here with a zigzag stitch, and that's on the back of that money. I've made a little belly band here with shimmery paper that kind of matches throughout, and I've got a Groovy Chick stamp here. The Groovy Chick stamp I've done on some things because that was something she liked when she was younger. I Love My Cat, it's been stitched, has been stamped on there, and also just a little bit of heart, etc. paper, and I've stamped a little birdie on the bottom, and she could put some thoughts, etc. in there. So that fits into the belly band here, just underneath the belly band. Now, junk journals are not supposed to be perfect. Well, some people might make them perfect, but not me. I believe in the true saying of a junk journal. The paper edges don't have to be straight, etc. They can be ripped off. You just do what you think, or what you think the other person would like, and hence the name junk journal. I'd just like to say at this point, I got my inspiration for making I've made other junk journals, but I got my inspiration from I'm a Cool Mom on YouTube. I like what she does. And then I put my own take on it. She showed you how to sort of put them together and with signatures and that, which is groups of paper. And then you add your own things, etc., and do it, maybe change it and put your own stamp in it and make it what you like. So thank you for her. A big thumbs up, because she's quite amazing and you should check her out. So we just, again, more papers, a little pocket being made here on this kind of, well, we all love cupcakes. I'm actually getting her a cake done for her birthday, but she actually told me what cake that she wanted, sorry, but I'm also getting her some cupcakes to go around it, which I thought would be cute. So there's a little pocket being made here, and a little tag put in, a side pocket here, and just a little bit of that matching paper that's on the front. I think it's quite cute. And there's also a little, what's on this one? It's for writing a letter, writing your thoughts in. I've just stitched the top of it. It's quite thick, that, and chunky, but she could actually put stuff on the back if she chose to, clearly up to herself. And got on the back of this, I have to put off another put off list in different colouring out a planner sheet, and it's just been glued at the top, it's been stitched on parts of it, and you could flip it up and put stuff underneath. That's the first signature finished on that one. So again, quite a lot in it. I've not counted the pages. I've just got on with it. I've actually to make mother-daughter one, but I'll tailor that to her. So onto the second signature, and I've just stamped a cheeky little face, a little wink face, and we've got some pages here, and we've got one of these yellow bunny pockets. These came out at Easter, and you get them in the Poundland shops, etc. And I just kept a hold of them, and I've embossed little Paris with the Eiffel Tower on it, because that's one of the holidays that we've went, and she loved it there, and she could put a picture or something on the back, and just a little envelope here that she could put something in. Where have we got to on that? I think it was out that little yellow pocket, isn't it? Typical when it's quite thick, it'll close on you. So we've got to here, and we've got little birds down the bottom, and just a couple of pages with stamped little birdie, on a little owl on that side, and I've just added a little bit of red organza material there, which I thought was cute, and you could put a picture or something underneath. And that could sit over the top. Then we've got another envelope here, the polka dot envelopes, and I've just, as I said before, I've cut down the sides to make a pocket, and I've just stitched down the side and made this, folded in half, this lined paper, and made just a little 2-page book, which I think is very cute. So we've got some lined paper, just various types of papers here, and I've Handmade on a die cut handbag out here and put favourite on the top, and there's a pocket at the top here, but I've not added anything in, but I might add something, but I've not done it yet, or leave it for her to add something for herself. On this side we've got today, and I've used panda washi tape, and she can flip it up and put something on either side there, creating more space. Little hat, a little die cut hat here, and I've placed the bonnet. I think I'll put a little diamante on that. Just seeing it there, I've not done it yet. So I've made a little pocket here out of ribbon, just stitched down the side. So obviously before you add your papers together, if you're going to stitch it and then add your papers in. A little pocket here, so we've got a little bit of zigzag paper, and we've got a little one of these stamps again. Birthdays are like flowers. The passing time brings forth the most beautiful blooms, which means as you get older you become more beautiful. I like it. And I've got a little stamp of a little Pooh Bear here, and Piglet. I forgot to mention little Piglet. Winnie the Pooh was something else my daughters were into when we were younger, and Pooh Bear was one of, and Piglet was always, and were favourites of ours, so I know she'll like that. Make a Wish being stamped on this side, and I've added a little bit of net here, with zigzag pattern down the side, so a picture or something could go underneath that, and tissue paper, polka dot tissue on this side with a little birdie being stamped on it. Another stamp being put up here. So various papers here. Stamped Celebrate down here, and there was already two little tags already put on that paper. I thought was quite cute. Little owl here, and one of this Chinese shimmery paper, tissue paper here, that cute little birdie being stamped, and zigzag along the top. And this was a groovy chick being stamped on there, but it says Hey Gorgeous, but I might need to pen that in because it's not as clear, but that's okay. This cupcake paper, which I really like, it's quite thick, and Celebrate here, and I've made a little pocket here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is space here for putting something in. So we've got the little cute hippo again, and I've added some gingham down the side, gingham ribbon with meow here, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish down this side. And this paper is all to do with countries in here that I took out. I think it's America that's in this one. I'm trying to read to see, but because we had been to, it might not be, but might be some other part. But because we've been a lot of holidays, I just thought that I would add in some of these papers. I think it's out of a guide, whatever, maybe some place she might want to go to when she's older, whatever's written on it. So a stampy face, part of that lovely paper here. Little poo again, so little cute owls, and I've got a little tuck spot here, so I've added a little, just a scissors that a die cut and a place for putting a picture tucking in. That one there's Funky Girl from the Groovy Chick, but it's not very clear again. And this one, it's bright washi tape, and I've put things to put off in here, and it flips open. So leaving plenty space for her to put her own things. Got a cute little handbag being put on there. And then we've got the centre of this, and that's where I've put the Kimm on that with a little bead, which I thought was nice. And I've put Hey Gorgeous on there. And inside this side, the envelope again, I've cut down the sides, and we've got a little pink bit of paper, which I thought was cute. I've stamped a little bird on it, a little bird there, and I've stitched up the side here. So I'm just adding a bit of interest onto things to make it look cute. So on the other side of that envelope, I have put in little notes. You can write notes, etc. down on that. So just creating plenty space. You could put more pictures, etc. in here. And on the other side, I've got Today, and it's been glued on, and so it flips up like that. Again, creating more spaces for things. So I've stamped a lipstick down the side here, just mini stamps for her. Every girl loves a lipstick. Yep. Little shoe here. Little Pooh Bear. I love my cat on that side of it, like the hills. Zigzag, stitched on. I stamped a little flower on this and on this side here. Some more of that gingham ribbon on here. Various papers. Yeah. Little birthday. Tissue papers here. Two types, two different ones. Stamped a little flowers down the side here. And then I've added doodles, and it just comes off. I've used a paper clip just to tag it on. I'm not going to take it off. It's a handmade banner paper clip with this glittery paper, and I really like it, but I just created something else to be added to it. And a little owl being stamped down the bottom, and on here I've made a banner, and I've added a cake with 21 on it, seeing as she's going to be 21. I'm just going to put that in there to keep the place, or I'll lose it. And on that belly band, I've added in Today and Tomorrow on there. And she could actually add things on the back. So that's kept it in there. And some more papers, tissue paper here that's been done. Stitched down there. I made a little pocket on that side again with the ribbon and just stitched round it, and it's that paper from the front. It's on the front of it, and I've stamped Groovy Chick on the back. Some more papers here, stamping. So I've put a little heart on there, and it's a pocket on the top. It says Fabulous Shoes, and it's a tuck spot on it for a picture. Oh, I can't get both sides under it one, but you could put a little picture on there. And then the envelope on this side, I have added in, it's a Tomorrow one from the desk planners that you get. I just folded it in half. I thought she could write in her plans, etc. So we'll just quickly put that in. Now it's getting a little bit chunky in here. Will it fit in? Will it not? Yes, go on, you can do it. So we've got other side of the envelope, we've got this vellum paper, and I've stamped a little birdie on it and stitched at the bottom, and I've made another banner here in this glittery paper, which I really like. Another envelope, the other side of the envelope in here, and I've just placed in, I'll use this to keep my spot, if I can get it out. Sometimes I find it hard. Is it 2 bits I think I've put in here? 2 bits of just plain paper, light paper, and I stamped on the top, all my love. I've just stamped it on 2 bits of the paper, oops, all my love, and it's quite thin paper, and I thought she could put her thoughts in there, and it creates, as I said, more space, and I've just folded it over, and I'm hoping she's going to like it, and it can tuck in here, tuck in this side of the envelope, and creates places for journaling, etc. So we've got a little birdie down there. I don't know if that's a tuck spot or if I've glued that down. I've glued that one right down on there. A little heart is a die cut heart. Couple of pages of this thin paper here, thinner paper here. I don't think there's anything stamped on it, there's not. Then we've got the other side of this little yellow bunny bag, and I've just added in a homemade envelope. So I've stamped it with a little birdie there in the corner. It's a handmade envelope, there's nothing rotten in it. I've stitched this side, and she can put something in there, and just this, a little thing that I had from printouts. I just thought, because the pink's on it, she likes her pink, and I thought it would add a little bit interest, etc. to it. And then we're coming to near the end, and I've got make a wish, make a wish, make a wish on that side, and some zigzaggy type, and then a pocket here on the side, and I've got a postcard in here for putting picture, etc. on. It just slips in, and I think it's 2 of these, just like the paper I showed you there with all my love, but this has got a little, this one's got, the paper's got a little owl stamped on it, and the other one's got a little birdie, little bird. So just another couple of bits of paper here that she could add stuff to, and fits in there. And then we get to the back. There's a winky face being done there, and then on here the little pocket that was turned up and stitched has got a couple of bits in it. So it's got more of that. I've seen this pink paper throughout. I stamped a little birdie on here, and I've stitched that across with my sewing machine, and I've put in one of these. So it's from our planner. It's got today's date, today's to-do list, top priorities, don't forget, today's menu, etc. notes. And I thought that was quite cute things to do, and it's quite colourful. And basically they are slipped into the back pocket. So as you can see, that is quite a lot of stuff on here in this junk journal. I'm looking at things, and that's the back of the book. So it kind of matches, well, obviously with the front, and I've stitched on, that's the 2 signatures. I was going to cover that up, but I thought no, I'm just going to leave it. Well, having my charm beads here and my dangles, I felt it was too much. Now again, I'm showing you the 2 signatures here. You will see it is quite a stacked book, but it's something that I think she will be able to add various things in. And again, all this, the closure is just either keeping it how I had it there and just putting it over the top. You just sometimes have to play about with the charms that are on it just to get it straight, but there it's back on. It's very straightforward, etc. and whatever. So as I said, this is for my daughter's 21st, and I'm going to be making my other daughter, this is for Kim. I won't be posting it until we've celebrated her birthday and she's got her presents, which is the 28th of November, and then I'll be making one for my other daughter. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you get some ideas from it. So thank you for watching. Bye!